EYOOOO. What's good, guys? Medical Gamer over here, bringing you more Sun and Moon leaks. This time, it's going to be spoilers, so if you don't want to see anything up from the data mine leaks or anything like that, don't watch this video because it does show off some of the new Pokemon and all that good stuff. So let's get to the video without further ado. So basically, I know I made a video earlier with the Chinese Riddler speculating what Pokemon would be on each island, but this is not that. This is actually, I believe that it's like 90% confirmed that this is true, and I will explain my reasons why I believe this is true, but this is not from the Chinese Riddler, this is actually from 4chan. So let's get to this. So basically, of course, I'm not going to go through each and every Pokemon because I'll leave a link in the description and you guys can look through this. Let me actually just make this full screen, make it a little bit better, so you guys can look through it for yourselves to see what Pokemon is on each island. I'm just going to tell you guys why I think this is true, and then of course to inform you guys that this list does exist. Oh, yo, bars, rhyming all the time. Alright, so over here, of course, you have the starters, so that's not the reason why I think this is valid. So basically, this 4chan leak was leaked yesterday, Saturday. Right now it's Sunday for me. I'm not sure what time it is for you guys, but it was leaked Saturday the 22nd. I'm looking at my watch because it does give me the date. So Saturday the 22nd in the morning. And I covered a video, I made a video earlier today covering the Nico live stream, which showed off the beginning of Pokemon Moon. And so that live stream, for me, like according to my time, was yesterday, the 22nd, at night. So this was actually posted before the Nico live stream. So I'm basically going to be comparing this to the Pokemon that we found in the Nico live stream. So basically, over here, we've seen the Caterpie line that we've already seen in previous videos, so that doesn't substantiate anything. We have seen Ladybug, so that doesn't really show much. We have seen Spearow, once again, not really much. But the first Pokemon that we have not seen is that you do encounter an Alolan Meowth early on in the game. According to the Nico live stream, you find one at like level 9. So this does substantiate that you find an Alolan Meowth early on in the game on the first island. By the way, I'm just pointing out, in case you guys didn't realize, that it's not necessarily that you encounter both of the Pokemon or all of the Pokemon in the evolutionary line. It's just saying that you encounter at least one in the evolutionary line on these islands. So Alolan Meowth is the first point of evidence that makes me believe it's true. Next point of evidence that's really substantiating for me is the fact that they have Cottony here. Now, who would picture that you have Cottony in this game in the very first island? Like, I think that that's completely random, but according to the Nico live stream, you do find a Cottony. I believe they found it at level 10 early on in the game. So for me, that is a really big point. The fact that they had Cottony on their Melee Island leak, and this came out before the Nico live stream. So that is huge. That is huge. Another thing that we've already seen Pichu, so that's not anything new. Another new thing is that we do find a level 10 Drowsy. According to the Nico live stream, the Team Skull Grunt has it. So Drowsy is another thing substantiating this claim. We also do find a Mischievous early on in the game, so this is also substantiating that as well. And we find a Ghastly early on in the game, so once again, another point of evidence. So I believe that all of these points of evidence really do almost confirm that this is true. I'd say it's like 90% confirmed. And I mean, it could be wrong. I'm not going to say that it's 100% confirmed, but the fact that all of these line up, I don't think is a coincidence, especially that the Cottony does line up and it is true. So I just want to point that out. Another thing that I want to point out is that you do see that some of these Pokemon are like OP and you find them on the first island, such as the Salamence line. So the fact that you find these pseudo-legendaries in these early islands does not mean that you can access them early on in the game. In the 4chan leak, it does say that some of these Pokemon are blocked by obstacles that you can only overcome with Pokerides. So let's say, for example, this is just an example, that you get Tauros Charge only on the second island. But on the first island, there are these rocks that are blocking your way into this patch of grass that contains Bagons. So you would not be able to access the Bagons until you get Tauros Charge in the second island. So just because Bagons are on the first island does not mean that you can get them right away. So I want to just point that out. That's another thing that that substantiates this, because it's saying that, hey, you can't necessarily find all these OP Pokemon really early on in the game. So once again, I will leave a link to this in the description so you guys can take a look at it, see all those Pokemon. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up down below, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter, advocating my Twitter. Leave a comment about what you guys think about this. I'm gonna get out of here. Peace.